We are here on site at 633 3rd Avenue. Union leaders from Yonkers, fire department, teachers, they were invited to a meeting with the representative of the Governor Cuomo to discuss issues in regards to the budget crisis in Yonkers. As most of you know, the vote for the budget was postponed to a later date, and the council meeting, I believe it's in recess. We will come back later, probably after this meeting. We're trying to get an interview with the leaders to find out if the cold off for the budget has anything to do with this meeting that is supposed to happen shortly from now, maybe at around 1:00 p.m. So stay tuned, guys, and we will try to get an interview with some of the union leaders to say what they have to say. We do not know if this meeting today is bringing good news, bad news, if it's ask more concessions from the union leaders, or is to tell them that the money has been found. We have no idea, and for what I hear, neither do they. They were invited to come over, but not much details were provided to them. So stay tuned and let's hear what they have to say.
What a coincidence. How you doing, Ben?
Doing well, John. John, I gotta ask you this. Everybody in Yonkers wants to know why you guys are here today. We know that the council meeting, the budget was postponed, and we see you guys here today. Any connection?
By the way,
We're going to a meeting at the governor's office, and that's all we'll say at this time. We actually don't really have much information. Obviously, we're in a fiscal crisis, and so we're sure that it relates to that, but other than that, we don't have any information for you. Maybe we'll have some when we come out.
Well, I will be waiting until you guys come out.
Sure.
But you received this invite and no details at all, telling you why you're here, what are you going to discuss here?
We're in a fiscal crisis. We're meeting with the governor's office, so I think it's pretty obvious.
So you think it's good news, John?
No idea. We'll let you know when we come out, maybe, if we're allowed to.
Barry, anything to say?
No, just reiterate what John said. We were asked to come to a meeting in the middle of a fiscal crisis, and we obliged.
Well, I think it's fair to assume that if this was good news, the mayor would probably be releasing that information. Are you guys ready to give any more concessions if asked?
We have no interest or desire or willingness to make any additional concessions. We've all made numerous concessions in our contracts, and there will be no more concessions.
You feel the same, sir?
Yes, sir.
John?
I think we've been pretty clear. We've made many concessions, and the current labor agreement, there will be no more concessions.
John, what do you think is the sticking point?
Money, the lack of funds.
Well, we know it's money, but is the mayor asking for anything in specific that you guys are not willing to give anymore? Is the mayor refusing to give something in? What do you think is the point that it's making this not going forward?
I think we all appreciate your interest, Ben, but we're not going to negotiate this in the media. We'll let you know when we have some certainty on what the numbers are.
I will be right here waiting for you guys to come out. It's 2:15 p.m. and the union leaders from Yonkers are still inside Governor Cuomo's office in New York City. It's located at 633 3rd Avenue. We don't know yet. We don't know what's going on. I don't know. We don't know if they have good news, bad news, whatever news they have. Okay, we are here waiting for them to come out. Hopefully, they will be able to talk with us and tell us what happened inside. Will Cuomo save the day for Yonkers? Let's wait and see. Will more concessions be asked from the union? Don't know. We heard that the unions are not willing to give any more concessions. So are we at the point that it means layoffs for the first responders, fire department, police department, Yonkers public schools, library? What's going to be? So let's wait and see what they have to say once they come out.
Ben, how are you, buddy?
I'm nice. Nice to see you again, Flint.
Too.
Are we going to make the train? Hold on. Let's see. It's 221.
220. We lost it. Flynn, you smiling. Does that mean good news? No news? Can you talk?
Really not much happened. It was just some discussions with the state budget director. There was no negotiations. They weren't looking for negotiations. And it seems like the governor is interested in helping out the city of Yonkers, but as far as we can tell, nothing's been decided yet. We'll maybe hear something next week.
So is there anything that they wanted to hear today that they have not heard before?
That's not clear. It was just a very cordial discussion with the state budget director, who indicated that the governor is aware that Yonkers is in a fiscal crisis and is likely willing to provide some assistance, which we'll maybe hear about next week.
Barry, I guess you were in the same meeting, so you heard the same, but we want to know from you as well.
John did a good job recapping the meeting. It was a very, very good meeting, very cordial meeting, very positive meeting. A meeting back and forth, dialogue back and forth between the unions in the city as well as the state budget office.
So good vibration?
I would say so. I think it was a very good meeting.
And you feel the same, John?
I do. And you had asked me earlier if concessions or givebacks were going to be discussed, and I can tell you they absolutely were not discussed. The idea of concessions or givebacks did not come up at any time.
So right now it's just a matter of wait and see.
As far as we know, yes.
May I have your attention? May I have your attention, please?
Thank you both.
Building services statement.
We have Dominic and Keith Olson. How was the meeting? How did you feel about the meeting?
Yeah, I thought it was fruitful. I think that the state is willing to help out. They want to help out, and we're hoping for a productive outcome.
Now, Keith, is there a date for something to happen?
If there is, we didn't get it, so not that I'm aware of.
So, was this meeting a surprise to you? Did you knew what was going to be discussed today? Was this something that you expected?
No, not really. We didn't know exactly what the full agenda was going to be. We knew obviously the topic was the budget. The obvious topic was the budget.
So you have good news for your members?
Not yet. Not solid news. I think we're moving in the right direction, but hopefully within a few days we'll have some really good news.
Well, a week ago or 2 weeks ago, we were in the wrong direction. We really felt like this was going to happen, but at least the feeling today that there is hope at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, there's definitely hope, and for us, for the PBA, what we're looking for is to be whole. Not only do we not want any layoffs, but there cannot be any vacancies. We already have 13 vacancies. We had 30 spots that were eliminated a few years ago. So losing anybody, even if they're vacancies, is a loss for us, and we're hoping to fix that.
Thank you. Now, Dominic, what about to your membership? What you have to tell them?
I honestly didn't know what to expect today. Getting the phone call from the governor's office yesterday was a bit of a surprise to me, but I am grateful and thankful that the governor's office did reach out to us. I think today's meeting was very productive, and I honestly think that the governor is going to do everything he can possible to help us out. So I'm grateful that today happened.
Thank you. Now, Keith, the vote this morning was postponed to another date.
Right.
Do you know what date is that? That was postponed to?
I don't think anybody knows at this point. I think they were hoping to get it done on Monday, but nothing is solid. When the city council gets the mayor's budget, they'll have a chance to review it and then they can vote on it. But I don't think we're there yet.
But right now we're pending what happened in this meeting today.
Correct. Depending on what the state brings down, then the mayor could finalize his budget, give it to the council, and then they can vote on it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you both.